Hi guys, welcome. Ryan here from the London Craftsman channel. How are you? And in today's episode we're going to be delving into the subject of pricing and in particular fitted furniture. So if that interests you and you want to know a little bit more, stay tuned, watch to the end, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so Tyler from Bear's Workshop, aka Bear.
Yep.
Okay. Here's my special guest, very special, the Tyler from Bear's Workshop UK. But yeah, we're basically discussing anything to do with pricing, measuring up.
Yeah. Fitted furniture, custom furniture.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge difference, isn't there, between carpenters and cabinet makers and furniture makers.
Yeah.
And yeah, people don't really see that, which is a tad annoying really, because you go and quote for a job and then someone's like, oh, I can get it cheaper by this person. You think, well, that person's a carpenter, not a furniture maker.
Well, what is the difference then? I guess a carpenter is somebody who just goes around mobile most of the time.
Yeah.
Goes around, maybe does first, second fix.
Yeah.
They haven't got a workshop to deal with, they haven't got overheads, they've just got a van most of the time.
I think their overheads are very different to our overheads. That's a text. So their overheads are going to be very different to ours, because we've both got workshops.
Yeah, that's
so cost, straight away there's a cost on that.
Yeah.
We both have vans.
Yeah.
For delivery of furniture, so again that's a cost.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot to it.
Well, you've also got your electricity bills.
Yeah.
I mean, carpenters don't have those, do they?
No,
they basically literally just got insurance.
Yeah.
And the van.
I'm not taking anything away from carpenters, because they are skilled, and I started off as a carpenter.
Yeah.
But there's a huge difference between carpenters and furniture makers. For example, when you build fitted alcove unit, you're doing it at your workshop, everything's pinpoint accuracy, you've got a spray booth, you've got your final finish. Whereas if you do have a carpenter go in, if they have a spray booth, they're probably setting that up under a gazebo in your back garden. And
it's
everything. Yeah, and then they spend half the day cutting everything to size.
Well, and then again, it's not going to be as accurate, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's accurate and there's accurate. Obviously, workshop, you got the table saw, but most of the time they're going to be cutting sheets on site. Yeah. Under a gazebo, under the weather conditions, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's not the best. Like I'm not a cabinet maker. I don't do what you do. I make custom furniture. I make tables, chairs. Whereas I couldn't even begin to do it. I've tried it once in my house, and it was I wasn't happy with the result. Like I knew what I was doing, but I wasn't happy with the result. I'm used to working with like hardwoods. Yeah, so
well, that's what you know, isn't it? I mean, you're good at what you know and what you do every day, because you're refined, aren't you? Like here, I'm refined. Behind the camera, I've got the whole spray booth set. I built this bench to make it absolutely.
I mean, it is a nice bench.
Well, yeah, it's nearly there. But it's meant to speed the process up and make everything as accurate as possible. We've got table saw, we've got the dog holes, we've got the chop saw, power extraction, everything like that.
Yeah. So much storage as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's all to come. But it's all here to make your life a lot easier and give you absolutely to the mill.
Because of, you've got carpentry, and imagine carpentry as an umbrella. Everything falls under carpentry. Because the general public just see carpentry, you give them a price and they're like, well, that's not the day rate for a carpenter. Well, first of all, I don't charge a day rate. Yeah. Because I wouldn't make any money. No. And that's the...
Well, your day rate would have to be high. You'd have to be £250, £300 a day, wouldn't it?
So easy. If I was to do day, it would be 300 plus VAT. And it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm very open with what I charge. I charge £85 an hour.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think that's a lot.
Yeah.
You compare it against, for example, the mechanics. They're charging £80 plus
for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the overheads they've got. I mean, I don't think that's a lot of money for the skills that you have.
I think it's reasonable.
I mean, there's also budgets out there, isn't it, where you live. areas, locations, all these factors that take into account, isn't it? How much someone's willing to pay.
It's your target market. Some people say, well, your target market's anyone who will pay, which is a valid point. But if you're trying to make high-end, high-grade furniture, and then someone comes in and says, oh, I can get this table and 4 chairs from IKEA for 100 quid. Can you do it for 500?
Yeah.
No, of course I can't.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth my time.
It's not even, but those ones you don't even respond to, do you? I mean, there's time wasters out there. That's for sure. I get most of my work through Instagram. Do you have a website?
I do have a website, so but what you see on Instagram is what you see. It's literally a reflection. My website's just refined.
Do you find it hard to price? Because everything is different? Do you just go by hourly rate? Do you do yours?
I never do an hour, I go by the person as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you live in £1 million house in central London, you're going to pay more, and that's a fact. You're going to pay more. So
I don't know. Let's. I think we just got to be honest. If I'm measuring up, me personally, I'm not talking about you. And if I'm going to, I don't know, Radlett, for example, their price realistically is going to be higher. Just because they can afford it. Yeah.
So the 3 identical desks I did for the estate agent in Radlett. Yeah. That was higher than what I would charge for someone
in Watford, for example.
Someone in Watford.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Because I haven't even had a job in Watford. No, I've had one job in Watford. Yeah. But all mine is in St Albans and Radlett.
Yeah, it's because of the market. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with charging demographic more money. There isn't. You're a business.
That's how the world goes round.
Yeah, you're a business.
Supply and demand, whatever you want.
If people come to you, they want your work. If a client says to me, "Can you do it cheaper?" I cancel the job.
Do you straight away? Do you get back to them at all?
No. So if I get there and I give them a quote, I charge for my quotes.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's a topic because
that's another one.
No one charges for quotes, but it's your time.
It is your time, but I have never been able to. I've never been able to charge anything because I don't think I'd actually get anyone to ask me to come and measure up to start with.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a difficult one because I always say to the clients, look, you get drawings from me. Yeah. It takes me an hour to 2 hours to do those drawings. I'm charging you an hour for those drawings. Yeah. Because that's my time. At the end of the day, you have rent or a mortgage to pay.
Well, yeah, unless you're loaded, then yeah.
Yeah, unless you're loaded. Yeah. But you still have outgoings. Yeah. So for my business to operate, I need to make £1,600 a month. Right. Minimum. And that's to cover the workshop and all the bills. Yeah. So if a job comes in and I say, well, it's £2,000.
Well, that's paid for.
That's paid for my workshop and my profit is 400 quid.
400,
but do I want £400? No, because from that £400, it's not going to cover the cost of materials. So automatically, you've now fallen into the high bracket where that table from £2,000 is actually, it's actually £4,000. Yeah. Because the material is like 600 quid. Yeah. I need to make a profit. VAT. There's a lot that goes into pricing, and this is what people don't see. Like if I give a client a quote. I know they're serious because they've paid for that quote. Yeah. If someone says, "Oh, I'm not paying for the quote," well, you're not my client.
We're in the same trade, but you're timber. I'm MDF.
Yeah, it's very
enough. I'm fitted furniture. You're one-off pieces.
Yeah, like so if I ever needed fitted, I'd always get someone who does fitted furniture. Yeah. And I always tell the client I don't do fitted furniture because I wouldn't know where to start. Yeah. I just wouldn't.
I guess you've got to be set up for what you do. You've got the planers, you've got the thicknessers, got all your extraction set up so you can do it quickly. If you didn't have all of those, it'd take you twice as long. You wouldn't make that profit, would you?
Time is money as well. And I also think because I don't know how long it takes for someone to do fitted furniture, but if I say, hey, I only do 12 commissions a month, that means you've got a year, sorry. God, a month. Could you imagine doing 12 a month?
You'd be absolutely minted.
But if you look at those 12 over the year, it guarantees pretty much each client's going to get a month to have that piece. Where if that table, takes me a week to make, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to rush, and that's why I don't charge per hour.
Yeah.
I know at the start, if I was to charge per hour, it would be £85, but I don't charge per hour.
Well, yeah, I mean, my pricing, I guess, is a little bit different. A lot of people can price by the meter for my furniture. So anyone who follows me on Instagram or YouTube or watching this right now, I make wardrobes, alcove units, anything furniture related. And let's just base it on a wardrobe. I think we sort of, in our trade, we base it on about £1,000 a metre.
See that, but if you was the average Joe and you didn't know how it worked,
but
and you looked and you thought £1,000 for a metre, and you actually went off a metre by a metre,
squared,
you would think, wow, £1,000, that's a lot. Every 10 centimetres, that's £100.
It's
like, so that's crazy. So I can understand from a client's point of view and going, hold on, this is going to cost me four grand. But what they don't understand is, well, it's 4 meters high.
It's massive. It's floor to ceiling.
It's always difficult, and it's because the client holds you in the same regard as, you know, you're a cabinet maker. They hold you in regard as a carpenter. And
so this is where, if they find me on my website most of the time, probably 20% of my work comes from YouTube. Instagram, not so much.
You're growing your page.
Yeah, we're growing it right now. I just find the website sells for me and YouTube sells for me my work. So when you go on my website, you automatically know, you look at the page, you know I'm not, you know, a small little business that's just started up. I've been going for 12 years, 13 years. And you see some good pictures of what we've done, and I think that's what sells it. No enough.
I think one of the keys as well is the way that you market yourself as a business can reflect on your price. Like, I don't know how people take this one, but if you have a van, and on the side of your van, if it said the London Craftsman at hotmail.com, and it was a mobile number, you'd question.
You need a landline.
Whereas if you saw, you know, info at thelondoncraftsman.com with a
more solid,
a landline number,
more trustworthy.
That's great. You know, I always think as well, and this is, I think we had a bit of a disagreement on this one, the VAT. I feel if you're VAT registered, it makes you seem more legit. When I do my invoices, you have accounts at Bears Workshop .co.uk, you've got my landline number,
VAT number,
and on the bottom it's got the registered business number, the VAT number, it's got the registered office as well, but on the top right of the invoice it has the trading address, which is the workshop address. So already I've got 2 addresses. So when people
makes you more trustworthy. More trustworthy.
Like if you Google me, I come up as a registered business with a registered office, and then I've also got the workshop. My thing is to make my business seem a lot bigger than what it is.
You need to. You need to.
But I want it to seem like, again, that I'm very hard to get hold of.
I guess that
exclusivity.
Could. I mean that could play into your hands, or it could be the opposite as well.
Well, it hasn't backfired in 2 years.
No.
I've never had an issue.
It works for you, and I guess I think that comes down to what you do. If you were just making wardrobes and you're just making, you know, you're not marketing to the high end. You're just going the medium range. You probably wouldn't be able to do that, would you? You'd just be.
But because
you need to be grabbing every email possible, every phone call.
It's all about the name and the reputation.
Let's just say you had 100,000 followers on Instagram. Anything you put up as a picture is gonna just sell like hotcakes. You could just pick up that piece of MDF and just sand the edges and just say a lovely shelf, 200 quid, probably sell.
Because people aren't buying your furniture. And I think that's the thing.
Your name, isn't it?
When it comes to pricing, and this again, like it depends how people take it. You are buying the brand.
I find also, sorry to butt in, that's...
Oh, it's your show.
But you're the guest. But somebody who has got a little bit of money, who lives in like the Radletts and the St Albans, all that sort of stuff, if you're doing something too cheap, I think they feel like they're not going to get
the best
nice piece of furniture, so they don't mind paying the money. It's weird. Do you get what I'm trying to say there?
Sometimes I do get clients that are very well off, and they want it cheap.
Yeah.
Like I will say to them like, okay, I charge for the quote, and straight away they're like, well, I'm not paying for a quote.
Can you add it on right at the end though? Is that what you do, or do you set it onto your price?
No. The quote is completely separate.
So you need to get that before anything else happens.
Before I even do anything, before I even go and look.
Yeah.
You're paying for my time.
Yeah. What we're trying to get to here is we've got completely different pricing schemes, and we're two completely different businesses, aren't we?
Yeah, but
we break it down,
but this is where people would think we fall under the same umbrella, but we don't at all.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I think people don't talk about pricing enough. I think they're scared to. And people are so, especially like the economy that we're in, people are so worried that they won't get work. They will undercut themselves.
Yeah. I found prices, I mean, since COVID's come in and Brexit, you know, I'm not too clever at all those sort of bits, but materials has gone up massively. And my prices have gone up. You know, if I'm doing a 2 metre wardrobe back in the day, that might have been $17.50, something along those lines. Now it's more $2.5, $2.8 just for a plain one, and you add all the whistles and bells, and you're adding extras and stuff like that. So it has gone up. But I think the whole economy basically is, you know, you're paying more for everything everywhere you go, so you need to. You know,
you just, like, prime example, let's look at the tools when it comes to pricing.
Yeah.
You've got the Domino, the 500 there.
Yeah.
$750.
Yeah.
£750.
Cheapest.
Well, say you have one job, you know, and you've been using a biscuit joiner, but you need the Domino.
Yeah.
Who's going to pay for that? Is that going to come out your pocket, or are you going to charge that into the job?
I always talk to people. I mean, you're a lot more
aggressive. No,
like
business.
Very proper.
Oh yeah.
Everything is sort of like this. Invoice this. I'm only going to do this until this is done. Whereas I'm a bit more off the cuff.
Yeah.
That's the kind of person I might just buy a tool because I just like buying it. So I don't look at it like that. I look, well, I want that tool.
Yeah. I mean, I do that with hand tools.
Yeah.
Like,
but not power tools.
No, but like this little hand plane, for example, you know, I spent it's a Lee Neeson little block plane. I spent like 150 quid on that.
Bloody hell.
Just because I wanted it.
Yeah.
And it looks nice. You know.
Have you used it yet?
Yeah, I've used it all the time. All the tools get used. 80% of all my work is done by hand tools. I just use the machines just to do the milling.
Like doing that holes or just joints.
Doing that, and then mortar. I bought a few. That really helps.
That's a bad boy, that is.
But how do you, like, you know, when you're pricing per meter? I know you said per meter.
Yeah.
What's your process? Is it like you go to a client's house and what do you do?
All right, so
I can see that little toolbox in the corner with all your stuff.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to have a look at we'll give you a little view of the toolbox, but there is a video on my measuring up box. So if you're interested to see how it's made, etc., and what's in it, I either get a phone call, I get an email, get a text, you know, all sorts. Get a message on Instagram. So it all comes down to I like to give an email, I like to give a quote basically online first, because if it's in South London or it's an hour's drive, I could generally say, okay, what's the size of your space? Could you give me some information? Can I possibly give you a quote before I come? Because I've got price calculators on my website, that sort of gets rid of half the battle. But what I just say, most of the time, if I can't give them an estimate online, I'll just say, all right, well, I'll pop up whenever I'm free, give them an hour of my time, come back, have a look over the job, and then I'll just send them an email and with some drawings and some prices.
No, but how long did that take you? This is the difference.
Yeah.
You've already driven an hour.
Yeah.
You're doing the quote. You're doing the drawings. I don't understand why people don't charge for that. Like, I don't think I personally
can. I don't think I could. I don't think I'd get somebody calling me, and I'd feel rude, and
But why?
And mine aren't commissions as such. I know you class your jobs as commissions. I don't. I just say I've got a job. So to me, because I go through so many in the year, this may be another thing, the difference between us, you know, your job and my job. I just say I've got a job on at the moment. I think it's just what I've done for 10 years. And I think anyone who makes wardrobes is near enough the same. They just don't charge. Just think it's something
I say
furniture.
I say commissions.
Yeah.
Because I always say to a client, okay, well,
it's a one-off little piece.
We're like,
hand tools.
I've got a load of commissions in, and I say to them, okay, you're number 7. That means I'm not gonna you are number 7. So once I finish number 6,
Yeah.
I will start yours. There's no, if you're waiting till November next year, that's when you have to wait till. Like there isn't, and people accept that. And for me, if you're giving like a client 5 hours of your time in a day to do all this, that's 5 hours you've lost.
Well, yeah, I mean, I try and streamline it a little bit. I mean, most of the time I can get prices over in an email. They'll give me a call. Most of the time it's an email. I reply just saying, can you give me some more information? Sometimes they do give me information, you know, in the initial email. And then, you know, it could be as simple as, well, here's your price in an email, like 10 minutes, and that's it. But I just, rule of thumb for me is around £1,000 a linear metre run. Obviously height and stuff you've got to take that into account. But if I've got a job, for example, I've got a 10 metre wardrobe, I just say to myself, most of the time I just go, well, how much do I want for that? I know it sounds a bit silly, but I priced up maybe 1,000 jobs. And if I go 2,000, nah, it's ridiculous, don't be stupid. 15, no. And I just keep on coming up with ideas, write it down, and then I come back the next morning and I go, no, that wasn't enough. Yeah. I'll leave it till the next morning and then I might change it. They're not necessarily hourly or price per metre, but whatever sounds right in my mind.
See, I don't think anyone could argue with your method because you're doing really well.
Yeah.
And it works for you and you're clearly making money.
Yeah.
But there are people out there.
Customers happy,
Yeah. I mean, customers are important because they repeat.
Yeah, so with my jobs, basically, I'm always booked up 6, 9 months, whatever. So that has a big influence on how much I charge, really.
And not worrying about paying bills.
Yeah. I mean, about 2 years ago, it's really weird. I had no work for about 2 months and I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just coincidence. You know, when you're on a motorway, you come up to shitloads of traffic and then next minute it's empty.
Yeah.
And you don't know why.
Yeah.
And so I had one of those moments where I had no work and I was panicking, going, oh, what am I going to do? But that's the first time I've had that in like 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
But right now, prices really, it doesn't bother me. You know, I think I'm worth my time. You know, I reckon I'm worth a little bit extra than the standard person, you know?
See, I think that's the biggest thing people don't know their worth.
Yeah.
I think once you but once you know what you want to make.
Yeah.
Like I know every day I want to make a minimum of £300.
Yeah.
That's what I want to make.
Actually, I don't. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to do.
But
I don't think of it like that.
And I know not every day will be like that, but I can tell you if I'm charging you £6,000 for a table and it's only going to take a month to do, I'm gonna, for those 3 days a week that I work,
some of them you might be making 800-900 quid.
Yeah. I did one job and it literally took me a day.
Yeah.
And I charged the person £1,000.
So you made £1,000 in a day.
Yeah. And it was like.
But if they're getting the product that they want.
Yeah. It was the quickest money I made.
They don't know that you're making that.
No. But the thing is, clients, people want to save money. That's why they get multiple quotes.
Yeah.
The reason I charge for a quote is if a client pays that quote, then I know they're serious.
Yeah.
And they haven't gone looking anywhere else.
Yeah.
Some of my work now has come through referrals, but because I'm not going to say I'm in demand because I'm not in demand at all. But I do get inquiries for jobs come through and I look at them and go, it's not worth my time. It's going to bore me, so I don't do it. And then I get some jobs, like the one with these the estate agents that I did, 3 identical waterfall desks. I was like, oh, that's piqued my interest. I've got to make 3 tables like exactly the same.
So you can pick and choose.
Yeah.
You can pick and choose. You didn't want the one that was going to make you a £1,500 profit. You went for the other ones that are elaborate, nice pieces, and you might make 3 times as much.
Yeah. And then
that's the beauty of being in demand, isn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes, I charge 100% up front because it's a custom piece and I can't resell that because it's been made for you.
Yeah.
If you don't want to pay 100% up front, then we're not going to do business.
Yeah.
Like, simple. But I've got clients that do pay that. And sometimes I get clients that pay 100% up front and then 6 weeks later say, oh, I don't want the work anymore, it's taking too long. And I'm like, well, unfortunately, the contract you signed stipulates there isn't a refund because you've essentially bought the time that I've booked out. And I either do one or two things. I either find another client or I take that time off.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, and they've signed a contract. Yeah. And that's another thing when you're pricing, get it in writing. Like it has to be solid. And
it can also be an email.
It could be an email. Yeah, just written proof between the two parties.
Well, at the end of the day, your contract, when you make your contract, you're saying what you're making. You've probably got drawings, you've got your prices, you've got everything that the table is going to be. There's nothing that can go wrong unless it's in their mind that they're expecting something different somehow. I
think I've ranted too long. I'm just going to go enjoy the chisels.
Yeah. As long as you... All right then, Bear, what do you reckon? Call it wrap?
Yeah, that's done.
Yeah, Bear.
Ranted.
Bear.
Ranted.
Is it Tyler? It's Tyler, isn't it? I think he prefers Bear.
I don't know.
He looks like Bear.
It's weird because my wife started calling me Bear as a pet name, and now like I'm 32 and I've got grown men calling me Bear.
I don't even have a nickname. My nickname's Coops, Ryan Cooper. But anyway, all right. So I hope you enjoyed the video with our special guest Bear from Bear's Workshop UK. Make sure to give him a follow on Instagram and check out his YouTube channel also.
Ryan's going to put everything in the description.
Yeah, I will do. I was giving me that cash. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, like and subscribe. We're at 23,400 now.
400,
It's gone up to 400, 450 I think this morning.
Oh, amazing.
So we're getting about 30 subscribers a day, something like that, which is pretty awesome. So
that's
thank
good.
you.
I struggle to get one every 2 weeks.
Like, it just happened one day.
224.
I'm ranting here in the outro,
That's
fine. One day I just put a Hinge video up. Go and check my Hinge video. It's got 2 million views. And then bang, one video did it, and I just can't replicate it since. None of them have done it. Maybe this one might do it.
Do 2 hinges.
2 hinges.
Yeah.
I might double it.
Oh yeah.
All right. So remember, like and subscribe. Leave a question. Leave anything in the comments bar. We'll just.
I'll follow the comments along as well.
Yeah. Well, exactly. We'll both answer some questions if you've got any questions for both of us. But a bit different today. So that's it. That's what you call a wrap. Take care, guys. Love you, Lever.
See ya.
See you later. Bye-bye.